Back when I was learning how to play music in school, the music education programs weren't that strong. The music program that I had from a small town in Ohio was non-existent. We didn't have anything. There wasn't a jazz band. Our marching band was a joke, so to create a band, I had to do it myself. My name's John Mazenko, and I run this awesome music school called Join the Band. Join the Band started organically. I was teaching at another studio. One of my buddies who played saxophone said, "Hey, you want to put some kids in a combo?" I said, "Okay." So we did that. And over time, I found that my guitar players wanted to play some rock and roll. I taught all the guitar lessons. I taught all the bands. Then I had a close friend of mine who said, "Hey, why don't you put these guys in a nightclub?" So we did it, and it was a huge success. We had 4 bands play the first show, and the place was absolutely packed. And I went, well, this could be a good thing to work on.
So for this, roll your volume down just a hair so you get still some of the crunch. The first line of the verse will just be guitar and vocals. Whole band will kick in on the second one.
So the basic groove is just this one.
Yeah, when you do the fifth thing. All right, let's try 2, 3, 4.
We have a staff of over 20 teachers. I get a lot of Berklee graduates here. They're excellent teachers. We look for the right teacher because it's very important to get that off the ground. Our band leaders here, their job is to run the class, make sure the songs are picked out, make sure kids are getting along. It's a band dynamic. Bands are like families. Stuff is going to happen. People are going to have disagreements about things. You know, you have to pick out songs. That's probably the toughest thing that we do. You'll have 4 kids in a class. "Oh, I don't like that song." Well, you've never heard it before. We'll say, well, we're gonna do it, and we do it, and they end up loving the song. What's different about what we do is the process of putting kids in bands in practical playing situations. We play in real venues. We play at established Los Angeles places like the Mint, the Roxy. We've played at the Whiskey. These are real nightclubs. We book them, and we put our kids on these real stages so they have the experience of getting ready to play in a specific venue that if they're going to be professional musicians in Los Angeles, they're going to play those same clubs.
We're here today for at the Mint for our 104th concert, I think. We just finished setting up, we just finished sound checking, and the kids are starting to roll in, and yeah, I'm looking forward to a good show with all the kids today.
You actually get to see the kids kind of grow through the program. Some of the young kids really put their heart into it. When they improve, it kind of blows you away. You know, it gives you kind of like okay, it's not over for me, I can still do it.
It's always awesome. It's not like the kids get up and just lay an egg and then, okay, well, thanks for the opportunity. Like, you'll see, like, every band is gonna come up here and totally slay. And I think a lot of them have probably grown up coming to shows here. So I think it's really cool for like a 14-year-old to be like, yeah, I played at the Mint. Whatever, no big deal. I'm a rock star, wouldn't worry about it, it's fine.
I think it means a lot to the families, and they'll be really proud that they, learned 3 songs within a couple months. Today is basically the culmination of what all the students have been working on for the past 3 months. We got here a couple hours before the doors opened, loaded in all the gear, did a sound check, and we're ready to go.
Just a couple announcements before we get started. We want to welcome everybody here to the Mint today for our Summer Jam concert. So welcome everybody. We're about ready to get started. Give it up for the Thunderbolts!
It's fun to see the first-timers play. You can hear us say, hey, when you get on stage, it's going to sound different. When you get on stage, lights are going to be in your face. But until they experience it, it doesn't make any sense. But when they do it, and you watch them, when they get off, you go, that was cool. Or they go, I missed that part, or I didn't get that right, or I didn't get this right. I go, yeah, well, you know what? That's going to happen. Most people here, they're here because they're cheering you on to do a great job. They saw you do something that you never did before, and that was great. And that's a big deal, because the kids, when they're ready, they will do it. If you try to force too much on them, they're going to go, no, because they're trying to establish their identity. But when they want to do it, they'll step up and do it. Here, what we do at Join the Band is music, but it's actually more than that, because the kids are learning about being responsible, learning how to interact in a group. The music is just what they're doing to experience those relationships. Here we have a community of people who see each other at the concerts all the time. It gives them a sense of belonging, because some of these kids here, they're not sports kids. Music is what gets them going. Some of them most likely aren't going to all become professional musicians. That's not the point. The point is they're here to be part of something. It goes through a process of learning how to interact with people, which goes beyond playing music. Anything they do afterwards, you're still going to experience that in life. You're going to commit to it, or you're going to show up, you're going to practice your parts, because everybody is relying on you. as part of the team. The future for Join the Band, I think, is we may want to expand into some other locations and bring what we do to other communities. Some of the challenges, though, we have with expanding a music program like ours is the kids and the way they use technology and how it relates to music. The most rewarding thing for me about Join the Band is watching kids get it on stage and have those aha moments where they go, I did that. I got on stage and I performed these songs and it was a blast. And that growth that they get from the experience of being in front of people and walking off stage and saying, I did that, is pretty cool. We've done well over 100 shows. I've been doing this for 20 years, and seeing a kid get it, sorry, I get emotional about that. That's awesome. Getting kids just to come to the studio opens them up to the possibility. Because if they're at home and they're stuck in their environment with just their phone or their computer, that's okay, but at the end of the day, if they come and see other people actually doing it, that changes their mind because they see that something is happening here. And it's not something that's happening in their bedroom when they're trying to practice on their own.